It is. It's time. It's time to get excited. Good morning.
I've been excited all week for Sunday.
I've been nervous.
Oh, yes, you have.
I'm still nervous. It's time to turn that nervous energy into excitement. It's time to get going. It's time to get going. I want it more than I've wanted a lot of things in sports in a long time. I'm telling you, I want it so bad.
You ready to strike up the band on it?
Oh, I tweeted back at somebody, and I'm dead serious about this. If he plays well and they win on Sunday, it's going to be a playoff atmosphere in here Monday morning. At least with me. At least with me. I'm telling you guys right now, that's a solemn promise from me. If he plays well, considering they had 3 days of practice, including today, they'll have had 3 days of practice to get him ready. You got Jerry Jeudy, who was not very thrilled on Wednesday. I don't know what it was. Hopefully he's having a better day today. We all have bad days. I just wish he wouldn't have spoken and maybe he would have waited till today or yesterday to speak. Man, who knows? You got that going on. I mean, everybody has had this discussion. He is the most popular, but in turn polarizing rookie out there in this class. And if he plays well and they win this football game, the guys, I'm not going to set anything on fire because they're 2-8 and they'd be 3-8, and it's the regular season, and we're still probably not going anywhere because we're probably too far in the hole. But Monday's going to be a celebration. I'm telling you that right now. I'm going to celebrate my ass off on Monday morning.
I'm looking to see what other quarterbacks have done against them because their passing defense technically is way better than Baltimore's, believe it or not. Did you know that coming in, Kenny? I know you're a statistical maven.
I am not as much of a statistical maven as you. That would be, Nathan joins us at 9. Yeah. He takes us inside the numbers during Bron's pregame.
He's a statistical Nathan.
Yeah.
But Marcus Mariota was 15-21 against them for 207 yards.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Can Shedeur be as good as Marcus Mariota?
Yes.
Right now, I bet he's hoping to have a Marcus Mariota career.
Career?
Yeah. That means he's stuck around. He's not out of the league in a few years.
Okay, that's all right. I see your point. For a second, you're comparing him to Marcus Mariota.
Now, Bo Nix, 16-28, 150 yards, one touchdown, 2 interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
So that was not good.
No, it wasn't.
Can he have a better performance than Bo Nix had?
What about? Okay, give me those numbers again.
It was not. I'm off that one.
Doggone. Okay,
it wasn't good.
We're moving on.
Trevor Lawrence, 23-34, 220 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception.
Did they win? Did Jacksonville win the game?
Yes, 30-29.
I'll take that.
Okay.
Oh, that took a 68-yard field goal.
It's hard to throw touchdown passes with this team. I'll take that.
Dak Prescott dominated against them, and you just saw that on Monday night.
Uh-huh. Dak Prescott's a really good quarterback.
25-33 through 4 touchdowns, 268 yards.
You see that. Somebody did a side-by-side a couple years ago in a camp with him and Trey Lance. Might have been last year. And how he just boom, boom, boom through the progression. It's really impressive to see him from the end zone cam do that. And you don't, well, it's like, well, he's a franchise quarterback. It's like, well, yeah, but at one point he was a 4th-round pick. And then you go, oh, that's why he's him. Okay. Like, you can see, like, there's his feet stay, boom, 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 hit it, end zone, touchdown. That's the way it works. Sorry, I don't mean to turn into a Dak Prescott conversation, but if he goes Dak Prescott, I'll probably just have a heart attack and die from excitement before I even get a chance to come in here. So
yeah, I'm not of the. I've already seen people who they must really hate Shedeur because they're already like, you guys are going to celebrate if they beat the Raiders, or if he looks good.
That's what I'm going to do.
Or even if they lose and he looks good against the Raiders.
Yeah.
Now I'll acknowledge. Yeah, I'm not expecting that against better teams.
Okay. I'm not. If he plays well, all right. If he plays well and they win, I may cool off by Wednesday because we got the holiday coming up. I may cool off by Wednesday. If they play well and win, I understand it's like, well, it's one game. And, even other guys who are career backups, they end up having good first games. All right, fine. We'll see what he does against other. But I'm serious. If he goes out there and he plays well, it's like, okay, I'm going to give Kevin Stefanski and Tommy Rees their credit, and I'm certainly going to give Shedeur his credit. If I was going to do a power ranking of the credit, I'd give Shedeur his credit, then I'd give the other two their credit. Oh, we don't need to do it. I already did it.
Now, would you have been just as excited?
You don't have the music.
Oh, true.
Would you have been just as excited if Dylan Gabriel had the exact same performance against the Raiders?
No, because I don't think his ceiling is as big.
Oh, at least you admit it.
I'm being honest. I've said from the very beginning.
You're not being a fair broker of the quarterback evaluation because you've made up your mind on Dylan.
I have. We all have preconceived notions. This is true. I can try to be as open-minded as I can, and I try, but we all have little things that we want a confirmation bias on. I'm willing to admit that. I would think that you would think that's pretty healthy. I have a confirmation bias, and I think that Shedeur Sanders has a higher ceiling than Dylan Gabriel. Now, one guy might have a higher floor, and that might be Dylan Gabriel. Like, let's just run the offense and get out of here, and hopefully our starting quarterback will be back in a couple of weeks. But I think that Shedeur has a higher ceiling. If Shedeur goes out there and plays well and they win, it's going to be hard for me to not turn this into a playoff atmosphere. I'm sorry. Some of you guys who really don't like Shedeur and really don't like the conversation about Shedeur, I shouldn't do this. I don't know if you guys are going to really enjoy Monday morning. Because I'm going to be going nuts. I'm just going to be going nuts.
Yeah, you do have to tell new listeners. We're getting new listeners every single day. You got to tell them that you're easily excitable.
Yeah. I'm very excited.
So this could be fleeting. Like this could be really excited today, and then by the end of the year, you're like,
I'm an emotional guy.
We got to go in another direction.
I'm an emotional guy. And maybe by the end of but I will think it's such a huge thing because I still think it's the NFL.
Do you feel like you're being honest to the listener?
Yes.
These new listeners?
Yes.
Like if you act like it's the Super Bowl because you're basically saying you're going to come on Monday.
I'll say playoffs, not Super Bowl.
Okay. You're acting like it's a playoff win. But when they play San Francisco, Chicago, Buffalo will need it now. My God. Pittsburgh will need it.
Yes.
At the end of the year, and they make them look really bad, will you then admit, okay, maybe I got a little carried away?
Of course I will. Yes.
So, but you don't have the ability to do that in the moment.
No.
So there will be no perspective provided with Monday's show,
guys.
It'll be a no perspective Monday.
There's 4 hours. You're saying. There's 4 hours. There will be perspective, but at 6:03,
guy to say that?
If you think it's 6:03, I'm going to. Well, he did this right, and he did that wrong, but he did these things right, and I liked how he did this and that and the other, and it was a fine, solid performance by a fine young man. And now let's get ready for the San Francisco 49ers. I'm sorry, you guys want that? That's 10:01 a.m. That ain't 6:01 a.m. I ain't going to do it. I'm going to be pretty damn excited. I'm going to fire up Michael Stanley, and I'm going to go nuts.
Is the only thing that matters is that they win?
I would say 90% of it.
Like if he throws 3 interceptions, but you get defense, special teams, and Shedeur didn't really do all that much, because
I think like that team is not good. They're not good. But your defense, you've played against not good teams, and your defense has done what it takes to win football games, and you found ways to. Again, the Jets are terrible, and you found a way to lose that game, and your offense still wasn't very good either. And the Ravens. I think the Ravens, they won, 4 in a row, 5 in a row at that point, 4 in a row. 3 in a row going into it. Now they've won 4 in a row. Beg your pardon. I think that they were kind of ready to lose. It was on the road. It's tough to win that many games in a row in the NFL. That's why we kind of marvel at New England. I think that in so many ways, they kind of played like they were ready to lose. And you get the ball at the 6-yard line. You ain't able to get that ball into the end zone. I'm going to have a major problem with that. So your offense is really, really rough. I think you'd have to have, again, another superhuman defensive performance. And I think you've already had that to win a football game against a good team in Green Bay.
Was some of your optimism,
I don't think it happens again,
or whatever you're calling your feelings, because
exuberance
at the start of the week, you're like, oh my God, this is not going to go well.
Wednesday, I said it's not going to go well.
Okay.
And I still think there's a lot stacked against them. Well, I don't think it's really going to go well.
When you heard Joel Bitonio yesterday trying to hope we scrap together a couple drives, did you get a little nervous hearing that?
You remember what I said about confirmation bias? There's good and bad confirmation bias, and it was confirmation bias in a very bad way. Here's Joel.
His mental work this week, he's been prepping hard. He's been doing some extra walkthroughs and getting an understanding. He wants to perform well. We want to perform well for him. But I think he's going to have a better grasp of what we're trying to do on offense. And, hopefully that translates to some good drives, some sustained drives, some points scored. That's kind of what we're looking for.
So, couple drives here, couple drives there.
Honestly, all it is, I'm not asking for the world. If he puts together 2 touchdown drives to get 14, and you can give me 2 more field goals, get me to 20, I think you win the game. Think about it. You score on 4 drives. Get a turnover. And I'm not saying they have to be 75-yard and 12-play drives. You can get a turnover at the 30-yard line. Turn that into a field goal. Get me something else. You score 20 points. I think it could very well be the first team to 20 wins. I'm not asking for much, but it turns out I'm asking for the world. That's how you know it's a Browns season. When you ask for 20 points in a football game and there's people going, Kenny, you're crazy. That's a Browns season, friend. That's what we're here for. Cleveland Browns football. I'm already excited. Please, 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 young man. Please, please, please. Please put it together. Owen is laughing his ass off at how pathetic I sound right now.
Oh, you should see the comments.
And I know it's true. I understand the comments. I get where you guys are at. But we're in this together, everybody. So you might as well put a smiling face on this thing and get ready for Sunday. Because it's my Super Bowl.
I will
it should all be all our Super Bowls because this is where it's at, guys. This is your last hope. This year at that position.
I'm nervous,
so you better circle the wagons and let's get going.
I'm nervous that Kenny is putting too much into this game, and if it goes the other way, we will have lost Kenny for the year.
You may have, and you may do it. You may. But I'm going to put it all in on this game. Folks, 4:05. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to sound like Marty Schottenheimer in my office. I'm going to sound like the 85 Bears defensive coordinator, Buddy Ryan, in my office. I'm going to sound like them all. Think about every pregame. You got to get it done. No, you can do it. You can get it done because you got to get it done. I need you. I need you. I need you more than I've needed you in a long time. I can't just let this season wash over me. Please, no. Young man, go out there and get it. You want to be legendary? Go out there and do it. I need it. I need it bad.
Are you worried, Owen? Are you worried, Owen?
Don't be worried.
You are a Brookside kindergarten class away from having an epic Friday morning.
No, I'm not going to guarantee a damn thing.
Are you worried he's putting a little too much pressure on the kid? Because that's what it sounds like. I mean, Ken's entire life seems at stake here, and his excitement about football seems.
He just made me turn off Michael.
I'm a little worried,
I'm
Kenny.
have to drive out to Lakeview and apologize.
I'm a little worried that you started putting all this in your mind, and now if it goes anything but that, I don't even know if you show up on Monday. Now.
Why wouldn't I show up on Monday?
Did you just hear yourself?
So?
I've never heard you build up a game. You didn't build the Chiefs playoff game to this level when we had Baker.
Oh, yes, I did.
No, not like this.
Yes, I did.
You just made that.
Oh,
you said
drunken buffoon.
You said
yes, I have.
You said that you're making this out to be a playoff game. You just sounded like this was the Super Bowl for Ken Carman.
I'm worried this year. This is my Super Bowl.
I'm worried for your kids.
No, I don't.
This weekend.
Don't worry for them.
Are you going to let them watch a game with you?
I got 3 life insurance policies. When my heart explodes, they'll be taken care of.
Are you going
4 life insurance?
Are you
going
to allow them to watch the game with you on Sunday?
5 lawyers, 4 life insurance.
I'm well taken care of, boy. We are well healed over here now. What were you going to say?
Are you going to let them watch the game with you?
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. Oh,
you know they're underdogs.
Yeah.
They're 3.
Yeah, I know.
They're 4-point underdogs. When the news came down, it actually got worse that Shedeur was starting. Vegas has that little hope that he's going to play well.
The bookmakers, not the Raiders.
Yeah. Oh,
probably the Raiders.
That's very good. That's interesting. Even though there's going to probably be more Browns fans there,
right? It's
going
to be me. If they do well and he plays well, I'm going to be jumping around that office like Baloo in the Jungle Book, and they're all going to be jumping around me. It's going to be great. And then if they don't do well, it might be Gulliver, and they're going to have to tie me to the floor. I don't know what it's going to be. But I'm looking forward to it, man. Young man, please. I got vets on this team. I hope you guys can figure it out. It ain't all on Shedeur. That coaching staff's got to figure out something. Make him comfortable. Make him comfortable as best you can. Quinshawn, you ran out of the gun in college a bunch. You can do it on Sunday. Let's crawl before we walk. Let's make him comfortable so we can make him be legendary. Because if they don't win on Sunday and he doesn't play well on Sunday, pack it up. That's just about it. Now, I would probably want him to play because I'd still be interested in him playing against the San Francisco 49ers. I wouldn't have a great feeling about it, just like I'm pretty nervous about Sunday. Because I still think there's so many things against them and so many things against him. Even if it's the Raiders, I have a bad feeling it ain't going to go our way. But if it goes our way, oh yeah! Oh my God, please! I want to celebrate so bad! Oh my God, I want to celebrate!
Oh my God. This is gets turned into a madman. Dylan Gabriel,
Please.
Joe Flacco, Deshaun Watson. Hell, throw in Snoop Huntley. This is what they've done. This is what they've done to him.
Oh man.
You were like Gacy when he was entertaining the cops in the house.
Come on.
Before they smoked, the smells that they
Well,
smell.
That's
We
the
all know
quarterbacks.
what's going on.
The quarterbacks are in my crawl space.
Yeah, something foul is coming up through the vents.
That's Cody Kessler. One more line down there. You guys got to stop watching the serial killer stuff because we're going too dumb. We got through too many serial killers. All right, 216-474-0092. What do you expect on Sunday? What do you expect on Sunday? Tommy Rees is like, we can make him fit here and there. Let's see how it goes. It's like, no, just do the things he did in college, please. What are you expecting on Sunday? I'm getting a lot of positivity on the comments, Tone. I'm going to get to the phones here in a second. 216-474-0092. What are you expecting on Sunday? I'm nervous. I've been nervous all week. Told you guys that. I don't know how well it's going to go. I heard the heard the coaches talking, heard Joel Bitonio talking. It makes me worried, but I'm telling you right now, the reason the reason I'm so desperate is this. Like, if this was 16-17, and a lot of people were jumping in and they weren't here in 16-17. The reason 16-17 here is because it's different. Is because I got veterans here. And I know we had Joe at the time, and we love Joe, but we got a lot of veterans here. There's a lot of expensive players here on this football team. And if one of these guys hit, if a quarterback hits, if an offense can hit, it would help so much because this is an AFC championship level defense that you have right now. This is a contending defense. We have to understand this. And my issue is, and we'll play some audio coming up at 7, why I'm so damn desperate. But I'll give you a precursor to it now, and I'll get to the phones here in a second, Tone, is because you can get excited about the rookies, but now I'm in moving target land. Like, is the rookies going to match up with Miles? Remember the conversation we had? Are the rookies going to match up with Denzel? Are the rookies going to match up with Wyatt? Are they going to match like that type of thing? I got good players. I got expensive good players. I know there's good players on this team. There might not be enough. And if one of these guys, these quarterbacks, can play at a high level, it changes the perception on everything. And then, my God, if Shedeur hits, I can use, and I don't know, guys, I don't know if 7 games is going to be enough. I'll admit that. But if he looks great through 7 games, let's let our imaginations run wild. If he looks great through 7 games, what can you do with 2 first-round picks next year? I mean, what can you do? Think about that.
Yeah, really able to stockpile talent in young, cheap talent.
Nick Kovac asked me, and I want to say it was Carnell Tate. It might not have been Carnell Tate. He goes, what if I could get you Caden Proctor and Carnell Tate next year? I go, sign me up. And I know some people think Caden Proctor's a little underrated, or overrated, but I think he's a hell of an athlete, obviously, and I think he's great. I don't care that he went to Iowa and came back, but either way, that's a conversation we can have measured throughout the months of January through April. We can have all the measured conversations we want. I feel personally, this is really my last chance to get really excited before a football game. And so I'm excited. I'm as nervous, and you can tell it in my voice, I'm as nervous as all get out. But I'm very excited. I'm very excited. And I want to see them rip the lid off this thing. And I want Jerry Jeudy to not have his time wasted. I want David Njoku to be open and Harold Fannin Jr. to be open and him to hit all these guys and let champagne fall from the ceiling. But, I know what I saw back on Sunday when he was thrust into that. I know that he's only got 3 days of practice. I know what happened before where they really didn't get him ready for much of this when we all should have known. And I know that they belabored it throughout the week when it came to Jason talking about, well, they planned on redshirting him. I don't want to make the same mistake we made with Spurgeon Wynn years ago, where it's like, hey, you're not going to play this year, and then all of a sudden you got to play. Like, any guy who wears a Browns jersey at any time should be thinking that he's going to have to play. I mean, we've been through 42 of them now. Any of them should know. So that's what makes me go, And if they win against my better judgment, guys, I'm going to be excited on Monday morning. 6:01 Monday morning. Again, I'm not taking a shot at Baskin and Phelps. I just know that they are much more measured than I am. If you guys want something logical, like we have 4 more hours after that to be logical, fine. If you want something logical, go listen to 10:01. Go listen to 10:01. I'm inviting you. But if he's good and they win, 6:01 here, you are going to hear Michael Stanley. You are going to hear me. You're going to hear... I want to bring you along with me. I don't know. Maybe you'll talk me off the ledge. I don't know.
That's...
I'm going to lose my voice.
If the guy plays well, why would I talk? What ledge would there be? I'd be jumping on the ledge with you if the guy completely balls out. Because this is why it's going to be really interesting to see if... And I know, I'm not going to kill him if he has a bad game. It's his first full start, right? And now a defense has some tape to look at. Not much, but a defense, believe me, they're expecting to go after him with reckless abandon. They're expecting to make him look bad and to exploit the bad habits. Like, this is their opportunity to get right after they got humiliated on Monday Night Football against Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. What I'm excited about is to see if some of the stuff that Shedeur fans have been telling us, have been telling, me specifically when they've gone after me, like, what are these amazing traits that he had in college? What actually does translate to the NFL? Because for years I've been hearing about college quarterbacks and the stuff they do well in college. This is going to translate, and it with the Browns, it just almost never does.
Exactly.
With the Johnny fans. And we remember you don't understand, Anthony. He just has it. He just has it. It's going to show up. You're going to see it. You're going to become a believer, and then it never does. So will this be the time that stuff, the special stuff that he did in Boulder, will that start to show up? I'm not asking for it all to show up this week, but could you see moments? Could you see flashes?
I think we saw a couple of moments. Even I heard the Albert Breer, and I thought this is where I thought Albert Breer was a little too ticky-tack, and this is why I think that Albert, and if you go back and listen to that interview, 923thefan.com, when he was on with Afternoon Drive, and we don't need to go find the clip. It's good because I'm going to send you on a needle in a haystack chase here. When he was kind of going after the Gage Larvidan throw, I'm like, that's a dot. Come on. Give him, we can't just not let anybody up for air. You can't sit there and drown us the whole way here. That was a dot. It was a good play by Awuzie. That was a good pass. He got out of the way of trouble. He threw to a guy he recognized. Guys make plays, that happen. It was right to his chest. And when I heard Albert say it, I'm not even attacking Albert. I think Albert's a look into what the rest of the NFL feels about him. Because so many insiders, there's so many coaches and scouts and agents and everything who speak through insiders. And so I think that you heard what a lot of the league thinks of it. Go back and listen to that interview, and you hear how just dismissive he is of that throw to Gage Larvidan. And I'm like, that's why people get excited for him. Yeah, that's why Jonathan got excited for him. That's a hell of a throw. And I don't know if he's going to be able to do that for an entire game. Like Nate just asked, like, how's he going to be good with this wide receiver core? Yeah, guys, there's a lot of logic to this that's going to tell you that this is going to be a rough Sunday. That's why I'm going to be so excited, because it will defy my logic. It will defy logic. Go back and listen to me on Monday or on Wednesday, and now here. It will defy what I really think is going to happen. Like, you hear Tommy Rees yesterday, and here's Tommy about this and trying to make a quarterback. Go to Tommy Rees here, what he wants to do to make a quarterback comfortable. Go ahead and hit it.
You want to make your quarterback comfortable. You want to call plays. You want to put in plays that breathe confidence into them as they hear them, as they call them, plays that they know they can make work. And then you press the guys around him to raise their level of play and play well, to continue to breathe confidence into young players and into young quarterbacks. So that's really been the motivation this week moving forward.
And then here he is about limiting expectations when it comes to his debut.
Expectations, I would say we try to limit those. It's more about, hey, we're going to pour, this whole week into making sure that you feel comfortable and confident. And, our goal and our job is to make sure that he gets that feel and gets ready to go on Sunday.
See, when I hear that, I think they do that if Shedeur was the number 1 overall pick. I think they do that. I think he'd feel that way. He was a former quarterback. He knows. You try to calm down the noise around you, not get swallowed up by everything. I understand that. But when you start behind the 8 ball, and Shedeur is starting well behind the 8 ball here, I think that you need to understand just how much is stacked against him. And so if you're able to overcome that, and there are going to be other hurdles, like San Francisco next Sunday, it's going to be another hurdle. There will be other hurdles. But if you clear this one, I'm going to say, okay, now we can go back to this performance and build on this performance. There's going to be times where they get to you, but we can build on this performance. So I'm going to be over the moon excited. 216-474-0092. I feel excited. I also feel nervous. But I'm not the football coach of the Cleveland Browns. I'm a fan. And I have zero power over this whole thing. That's why I'm thinking this is probably the last chance and the best chance I get to be really excited about this season coming up on Sunday.